Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do another freezer meal prep video. I'm going to make freezer breakfast burritos. These are really delicious and they're great to make a big batch of and have in the freezer. I'll make these all up and then in the morning for breakfast, we can put them in the oven for about 20 minutes to heat them up, or you can put them in the microwave for about a minute. And they are delicious, ready to go. You don't have to worry about cooking breakfast in the morning, and this makes a really big batch. So I will put the recipe in the description box if you want to make this one. So I have some regular sausage, pork sausage, I have eggs, potato, bell pepper, and some shredded cheddar cheese, and then we're gonna wrap it all up into our tortillas. And then I'm going to wrap it also in foil so that it freezes really well in the foil wrapper. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to shred the potatoes to make kind of a homemade hash brown, and we'll cook those up along with the bell pepper. We'll cook the rest of the ingredients up and we will assemble the breakfast burritos. All right, so I've washed the potatoes. I'm gonna use 3 potatoes today, and they are red potatoes. So I'm just gonna use my grater and I'm going to grate them into the bowl. So now I'm going to chop up 1 green bell pepper. I'm going to dice it into small pieces and add it to our shredded hash browns and cook that together on the stove. Okay, so I'm going to put the bell pepper and the shredded hash browns into a skillet on the stove. I'm going to stir them and mix them together, and I'm going to add an all-purpose seasoning. I love this seasoning. It's garlic and herb, salt-free. It's delicious. So I'm going to add that in, mix it all together. So the hash browns and the bell pepper are going to take about 10 minutes to cook. So I'm going to stir them every once in a while to make sure that it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. And then the hash browns and bell pepper will be ready to go for our breakfast burritos. So I'm going to use regular Jimmy Dean sausage for these breakfast burritos this week. It's really delicious, so I'm going to put it in the skillet. I'm going to break it into small pieces so that we can brown all of the sausage up and that it's cooked all the way through. So it's going to take about 5 to 7 minutes for this to cook, and then it'll be ready for the next step of our breakfast burritos. So I'm going to use 10 eggs for these breakfast burritos. So I'm going to scramble them up. So I'm going to add the 10 eggs into a bowl, and I'm going to add half a cup of milk. I will mix it all together, and then I'm going to cook them on the stove and make a big batch of scrambled eggs that will go inside of the breakfast burritos. All right, so everything is ready for the breakfast burritos. I'm going to add the sausage, the potatoes, and the bell pepper into the cooked scrambled eggs. I'm going to add 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. I'm going to mix all of the filling together, and now it is ready to go into our breakfast burritos. So Now I'm going to assemble all the breakfast burritos. This makes a really big batch. So I'll put a couple of scoops of the filling into each tortilla and I will wrap them up. And then once they're all ready, I'm gonna wrap them in foil so that they freeze really well. So the breakfast burritos are all assembled, so I'm going to wrap them in foil to store them, and then when we reheat them in the oven, you just keep them in the foil and they will cook in there. So now I'm going to wrap up each burrito in its own piece of foil. Alright, so this big batch of freezer breakfast burritos is ready. So we can put them in the freezer and we'll have them ready to go for breakfast. We'll just put them in the oven for about 20 minutes to heat them all the way through. Or if you want, you can put them in the microwave, take them out of the foil before you do that, and you can heat them for about a minute. So check the description box for the recipe for this one if you want to make it. Leave me a comment if you have any questions, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my other meal prep videos. I hope that you have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.